See what's going on. Hope that, might meet someone to marry. Let's see. I find dating in Charlotte to be just fine. I don't really have any issues with it. I find it to be fun, get to meet new people, but yet I still haven't quite found what it is that I'm looking for. So I say my deal breakers are dishonesty. I don't want someone that I can't trust. Someone who is shallow, that I can't have a deep conversation with, and someone who isn't financially secure.
Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
Just to be real, like I need the realest on planet Earth. Honesty. I like someone that's creative. That's about it. Yeah.
This video right here, I'm making it for black people. That's right, black people. You know how y'all black people look at us and say, damn, why is Chico driving that bad? Why is Amigo having that bad car? You know how that is? We stick together. Us Hispanics, we work together. We help each other out. As a Hispanic, you know what I have seen with black people? You guys are always trying to compete against each other. Who's got the better car? Who's got the better truck? Who's got the better bitch? Always comparing each other. Always trying to fight each other. Always trying to put each other down. Y'all need to work together, like us Hispanics do. That's the difference between Hispanics and black people. That's why a Hispanic starts a business. Most of the time, he's successful because he's not doing it all by himself. He's got help. We work together. Y'all black people need to do that. Stick together, help each other out. Stop the competing. That's not helping. Peace.
Dorothy, yep, Dorothy, huh? Dorothy gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Dorothy, who used to Dorothy, huh? Dorothy gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Dorothy, who used to Dorothy, huh? Dorothy gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. Dorothy, who used to Dorothy? Well, it was like, hey, baby, I think you look fly. I gathered that you're single by the twinkle in your eye and by the look of your hips, your lips, and your thighs. Well, you're the type of girl that's putting a spell on guys, and if I'm not mistaken, I can see your ring finger and it says you're not taken. Believe me, the girl was deep. She could have been an in vogue, a jet beauty of the week. A sexy switch that hurt. Damn. She told me come back when she got off work. Yo, all I can say was great. She winked her eyes, started smiling, told me don't be late. Word. See, I was hyped like a fool. She had a job, car, and a crib straight cool. So with the speed of a gun, I was home. Dressed and took a shower, now I'm ready to roam. Went to the lake, we parked and talked. Rolled up some deck and took a moonlit walk. Then she suggested that we go to her place. It was late and she was tired, but she wanted a drink. I started smiling. Man, the sun was down. Got to the crib and turned the light switch down. You know what happened next? Yeah, Dorothy.
Yeah, hey, what's happening, everybody? It's DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. Of course, you can see it's rainy, it's cold here today where I'm at. But what you just saw was just a simple clip of, once again, a prelude to the things that good men, good women have to go through, have to grow through. You understand what I'm saying? So look, I'm just gonna take a moment to just dive right into it, because it is the dilemma of men, it is the dilemma of women, good men and good women, presumably, you know what I mean? But all of us probably have to go through it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just asking that you bear with me and just ask yourself this question. And speaking to the ladies, what if I needed some money? I'm just saying, I'm your man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Situations a little grim or whatnot. What if I needed some money? That's an important question. As a matter of fact, if I was on one of these game shows, that'd be one of the questions I would ask. And if I got my balloon popped, so be it. You know what I mean? And I'd pop her balloon if she didn't answer the question the right way. You get what I'm saying? Meet to marry, same thing. You get what I'm saying? Bring on the next contestant. That's not much more to talk about. You know what I mean? Why would I get married with somebody who want to meet me where I am and let's go to where we want to go together? Does that make sense? So look, it's a shame that the roles have changed nowadays. You know what I mean? The devil is busy attacking us and our families. And the problem is that we are out here helping him. Yeah, I say it again. We are out here helping him. Men once upon a time had to worry about finding the right one. You know what I mean? Like New Edition said, is it me she wants or is it my fame? You understand what I'm saying? The translation, that's talking about money and the lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying I'm living like Michael Bivins or whatnot, but my point is, in these days, women have to watch out now. But I'm here to tell you that women, when you're looking for a good man, you don't have to worry about it because, well, first of all, let me tell you, in order to find out what a good man is, you have to take a look at my foundational episode, The Dilemma of a Good One foundational episode, all right? Talks about everything what a good man is. Not everything, but it gives you a lot of good qualities to look for because, you know, each man has other things that they bring to the table. I don't have time to go over it all now. You can take a look at that video, all right? The foundational episode. But let me tell you one thing he ain't after your money. A good man prefers to have his own. You know what I mean? That's just the way that we're built. That's just what we think and so forth. But let me ask you this, though. What about if he lost his job? It happens. You know what I mean? Or what if he's dealing with just fluctuating finances for whatever reason, right? If he's entrepreneurial, you'll want to learn this term. You'll want to learn this term. It's chickens one day, feathers the next. May have heard it before, may not. But I'm just saying, it's a reality for the entrepreneurial brothers that's out there. You know what I mean? What if he's on child support or even worse, spousal support? You get what I'm saying? Or if it's another unfortunate situation that comes along. If he fits the bill that I talked about in the foundational episode, because these are some great building blocks to start with, and you're still apprehensive, then, lady, you know, the problem may be you. You get what I'm saying? And maybe because of your struggles that you went through. You know, understand what I'm saying? So let me just share a few things that I've dealt with, which brings me to how I put this video together, how this video came to be. You get what I'm saying? Tell you about three good women, actually better women, because that's one thing I wanted to have. Seemed like since I've been in my 30s, that I wanted to find a woman that's actually better than me, if that's a good way to say it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like I said, talk about what good men are. You know what I mean? I possess the majority of those qualities. You know, different levels for each quality, but that's all right. I strive to be. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I gave myself a name, Righteous Ryan. You know what I mean? I'm striving for it. I'm not there yet, but I'm striving for it. You get what I mean? So here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to this. You know what I mean? One young lady who I consider is a better woman than me. In the way she comports herself, she carries herself, she's a great mom and all that kind of stuff and everything. But what she called it was, she said it would be struggle love, to be for a better woman to be with a man that's not on her level, so to speak. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say, I've dealt with many women like this. I'm just using one as an example, that there's no love for the man. There's no love of his vision, I should say, unless it's some type of scamming involved, or you know what I mean, or something like that, which we should have learned, especially as they grew up, you know, during the crack era and everything else. We should understand that scamming leads to incarceration, among other things, you know what I mean, or worse. You get what I'm saying? So the challenge is, the dilemma is that they don't understand when I say that the Lord has blessed me thus far. You know what I mean? And that's something I say all the time, man. The Lord has blessed me here, and he's going to lead me on. I've never seen the righteous forsaken. You understand what I'm saying? Or a seed begging for bread or money or love, for that matter. You get what I'm saying? The challenge, though, again, is that, you know, when a woman feels like she's better than a man, submission is not a part of her program. She's not willing to do that. You know, and if you find a good Christian woman, you know, she's willing and able to pray on the spot. But it's amazing, though, that when you let them talk long enough, you know, I can listen, and I can hear how she's doing so well, yet having some money issues, trying to keep up with money and me myself, I can't relate because I'm just out here trusting God. And to her, that sounds boring. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't profess to have a faith. Understand what I'm saying? Because faith is but what we don't see. You understand what I'm saying? But yet and still, clutch is so tight to finances. And why am I talking about finances? Because, you know, money, of course, is not everything, but, you know, it is like oxygen. You know what I'm saying? We do need it to survive. You know what I mean? So on the note of not where they think you should be, brothers, I'm thinking about one young lady who I back in the days when I was hustling, we worked at the same job. Matter of fact, check out the pod for starters. I talk about a lady who I was really in like with that was there, you know, but we just became friends. I wanted to be something natural, something organic, and it never evolved into a relationship, but, you know, good friends, fine as she wanted to be and everything else. Well, there was another young lady that was working there too who, you know, I ain't gonna say she couldn't hold a candle to the first one, but my eyes was on the first one, so I never even noticed this one, right? However, throughout the years, Facebook friends and everything, I see that she's doing some great things and whatnot. And, you know, I just wanted to pick her brain a little bit. So I was in her town, in her city, it's a different state, because she no longer lives in the Bay Area. And we went and had lunch. We had a meal together, you know what I mean? And we just talked about what was going on and everything else. And so what she was saying was, back in the days when we was working, at the restaurant we was working at, you know, right after my graduation, she still was in school. She had one more year to go. She was saying that even though I was doing my thing, she wanted the biggest of the biggest at that time. And it's amazing. It's good to strive for, you know, to reach high. You know what I mean? Aim high. We all should be able to do that, right? But keep in mind, we were working together at the same spot. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like she was better than me. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, I was never really physically attracted to her. So, you know, I don't know how she thought that I feel now. You know what I'm saying? But maybe she didn't know. But the thing about it, I hate that I missed that part of it all because I wasn't even tripping off that. And it wasn't until I prepared this episode that I noticed, you know, that she does have a bit of a physique. You know what I mean? She's not as bad as what, you know, I just wasn't paying no attention. But most of all, though, the most important thing I got to admit is that she was an absolute vibe. I understand what I'm saying? She was an absolute vibe. Now, thinking about a lady who's, you know, somebody I know who got married the same year that I did. You know what I mean? And I watched her and her husband and do their thing and everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if her parents were married per se or whatnot, but one thing is for sure, two things for certain. She either went to grad school or she got her master's in marriage because she knows how to hold her husband down. You know what I mean? And I believe she probably was a little bit better off than he was or he is. You know what I'm saying? And we hear the chatter in the background about how she, you know, cleans his underwear and makes sure his lunch is made and everything else and stuff like that. And these women are all single, but yet they talk about her and how she's doing her thing, but she's the one with the husband 30 some odd years later. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense, y'all. I just don't understand it, you know. In order to have unity in our community, we got to stop tearing down one another and be able to appreciate and learn from the good things that's going on. So moving on now. I gave you two examples already, right? I gave you the one who was talking about struggle love and everything. Here's another one, though, that another woman who was better than me that I ended up hooking up with, right? And a little bit later down the line, you know, she dumped me. And the thing was because, or should I say our challenge was that at the time, my mother was real ill, right? And I liked her a lot, you know what I mean? I was praying more for my mother than praying about the discernment of whether or not she should be my wife. And she wanted to be a wife, church lady and everything else, you know what I mean? Loved the Lord, you know, sent her scriptures out and all that, and we could talk Bible, all that good stuff and everything, right? But she wanted to be married like sooner than later. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to take care of my mother sooner or later, and I just wasn't there. So she used that pretense to say that, oh, what it was, my mother had been back in the hospital again and she didn't know it. And it came up in a conversation like a week later, you know what I mean? And she was like, oh, you know, because she did not know that. And so to her, that was an indication that I didn't want to be married. To her, she was not the one for me. You get what I'm saying? And she may or may not have been right. I don't know. But here's the cold part about it, though. Some time passed by, though, or whatnot, and she saw my truck in my driveway one day. I upgraded. Lord bless me, upgraded me, right? And she seen the truck in my driveway, and she tapped in. You understand what I'm saying? And She tried to do it on the under though, you know what I'm saying? But then not long after that, a mutual friend had passed away and we were at a funeral and it was packed house. And so lo and behold, she had to sit next to me. And, you know, I'm not saying she had the vapors in like that, because I always say that, you know, women with the vapors make me sick, but that was the way that it went. And we ended up connecting again, you know what I mean? Mom is gone now, so, you know, maybe this might be something that we could turn into something, but both of us had some underlying issues that I'll discuss at a future date, that we didn't make it again. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and glory to God, you know what I mean? But here's the thing though, here's some of the points that I'm trying to make. Especially when it comes to Christian good men and Christian good women, you know what I mean? It's crazy how you want to be comparisons of blessings and whatnot, you know what I mean, as if to see who was blessed more and everything. I remember that was one of our initial conversations some time before we actually ended up hooking up, because I guess we both realized that that's what it was always, subconsciously, by the way, we realized that's what it was all about. You understand what I'm saying? So let me speak for me, because like I said, I talk about how people are put in position, everything else, and they think this is what it's all about, when I say it's the Lord. That's what it's all about. I know where my help comes from. Every good and perfect gift comes from the Lord, period, point blank. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, every good man and good woman comes from the Lord. It's from the Lord. It's God. When we put him first, it's him that gives us the work that we are able to do. You know what I'm saying? And when he gives us the work, it's him that gave us the money as a result of that. So I'm looking for, I would say, a better woman is a woman who's able to follow me as I follow Christ. Yeah, y'all don't get that. Y'all don't understand that. The concept of following is this: the best leaders are better followers, if that makes sense. So if you want to be a leader in your perspective area, in your life, in the relationships and everything else, you got to be a good follower, and you got to be able to follow the right things. I said, follow me as I follow Christ. The challenge is that now, though, the same role that we used to play, and I'm reading because, you know, I got to make sure I say this right. The same role that we used to play, where we had to worry about if she was with me for me, and vice versa, or if she was with me because of my money. My situation now, the challenges I'm dealing with now, is that a lot of women are in that position where they have to be concerned because he might want to come in and just get spousal support and everything else. You know what I'm saying? That maybe what his thought processes is, you know what I'm saying? His came from, they don't know, and at the same time, they think that a lot of women, or we think that a lot of women feel that way. Let me rephrase that. I think that a lot of women feel that way because once upon a time, they were on the other end of the spectrum. You know how the old saying used to be, use what you got to get what you want. You know what I mean? They were taught to go out and find a man who had it going on and take advantage of it. And it's a shame when the rabbit has a gun, so to speak. You know what I mean? To whom much is given, though much is required. You understand what I'm saying? So it's probably healthy skepticism to have this way of thinking. Now you understand what a lot of stuff that the men had to go through. You know what I'm saying? However, it's not natural for women to have to go through this. So remember what I said about a good man. The last thing he wants is to try to take over your finances and how you take care of everything else. Most good men don't want to do that and would rather do without than to have you doing it for them, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? We would rather, you know what I mean? Now, if it comes down to it, and that's what it is, if the wife have to hold it down or whatnot, that's the way it is. But it's only going to be for a temporary time unless it's sickness or illness or something else come on. But the challenge of it is, let me get back to my notes because I just freestyled a little bit. The truth is that it's a challenge that we all, I had to fix my phone just a little bit, that we all face, but it shouldn't have to be this way unless we're facing it together. You get what I'm saying? Unless we're facing it together. And I truly believe that it's not by mistake, though, to be put in one another. You know what I mean? It's not by mistake. You know, it started with slavery and it went on to sharecropping, to segregation and so forth. Back then we were more together, but as things came along, Section 8, prison system, mass incarceration, all these kind of things, these are all schemes of the enemy and all schemes of the devil to tear us apart. And I'm hoping that we're able to see this, you know what I'm saying? So we could actually be able to come together. I mean, in order for us to come together, though, we have to realize that we need to be working together. We should want to be together. It's by design. But the fact is that we see more and more videos of how women are frustrated because men are not capitulating to the demands that women are putting on them, as far as they want you to be extra. You know what I mean? They done went through baby daddy drama, you know what I'm saying? Section 8 said he can't be there. AFTC says she got to be single and everything else. You know, not always a situation, but I'm just using this just as something that everybody can identify to, for whatever reason, why she's not with him, he's not with her no more. So then, you know, there's some hurt, there's all that going on. And then what you have is women who are often trying to build walls to keep men out. And good men are like, man, we tired of this. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't trying to tear down a wall that you and old boy didn't, you know what I mean, and put together. You know what I'm saying? It's built on bricks of heartbreak and everything else. You understand what I'm saying? No, we don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So the real struggle, love, is, unfortunately, the real struggle of nowadays is a struggle of competition. You know what I mean? It's a struggle for control, and it's a story. Which leads to a struggle in order just to have companionship. You know what I mean? And I already talked about people want to be taken care of. You understand what I'm saying? You know, the old school movie Going in Style is three old men, old white men too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I love the movie though, George Burns and them, and they came to the conclusion that, you know what? The little Social Security check ain't enough. We're going to go ahead and rob a bank. And guess what? If we rob the bank and we don't get away with it, we'll be taken care of for life. And then we have a stack of checks waiting for us. Crazy terminology. But, you know, unfortunately, I see a lot of good brothers who fall and prey to this as well. You know what I mean? It's all or nothing. You know what I mean? They go out and commit crimes, end up in jail. And it's like, well, they better taken care of. You know what I mean? As opposed to men and women coming together the way it's designed to be, the way it's ought to be. You know, hoping it makes sense. Here's what I'm saying in case you missed it. Here's what I'm saying. There's too many that are worried about what they could take or what's going to be taken, as opposed to what they could give and what they could have and what they could accomplish together. My point, again, in case you missed it, a better woman is this, though. The one who prays for you and your situation at the drop of a dime, anytime, anywhere. I had that situation yesterday. I called one of my good friends, one of the best people I know, not just women, but one of the best people I know. I just told her, asked her to pray for me, and she did it. You know what I mean? Now, she's married, so I'm not saying that that's her. But the one I talked about in the story today, cute in the face, you know what I mean? Thick in the waist. It looks like something that I want to look at every single day. You know what I mean? Like, I love her like that. You know what I'm saying? She feel like she's better than, though. You know what I mean? When it all comes down to it. Here's the second thing, though. A better woman has her own, though. She handles her own, even in the midst and when he's not able to do anything. You know what I mean? And I've seen her do this because, you know, her baby daddy definitely not on that level, but, you know, like she said, she got caught up. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Baby almost grown now, though. You know what I mean? And again, she's got a cool face. She's thick in the waist. She's a look that I love to see every day. You know what I mean? But baby daddy, like I say, he's not on top of his game, but she fits the bill. So, you know, I didn't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? And I know him and he know me too. So I wasn't worried about him at all. But you see what I'm saying is she's my physical type, but yet and still nobody's perfect, though, and she's something to roll with too. As a matter of fact, we've been seen out together before in public, by the way, and I don't do that often. You know what I'm saying? Or number three, you know, a better woman who is absolutely a vibe. You get what I'm saying? A person who you would want to spend time with when you have the time. Although she doesn't fit the physical necessarily, she still can ride. You know what I mean? It's just too bad that all three of these women are not the same one. That's the problem. You understand what I'm saying? In close, I just want to say these three things. You know, your feelings may flee. You understand what I'm saying? Finances, they may fade. You know what I mean? And looks are not always flawless. But I'm so glad that God looks at the heart. You know what I mean? He looks at the character. And character is always under construction. That's why we want to do our best to go from good to better. You know, bad to good, good to better. Every single day, that should be our thing. You know what I mean? And when I say our character, I'm talking about our integrity or whatnot. What we do when people are not looking. Here's full disclosure. Fun fact about the young lady I told you about who I met out of state in another city. We was leaving and we had talked about integrity amongst the conversation and everything. And so as we was leaving, I had a handicap placard in my vehicle, right? Whole other state, you know, my mom's placard, and I needed that day because I was running a little late to meet her. I asked to meet and, you know, told her we found out where we were going to meet at, and I'm running late. So, you know, I got front row parking, bam, handicap sticker. She said, okay, Mr. Integrity, with the handicap sticker, you know what I mean? Now, truth be told, A lot of handicaps can't be seen, but she hit me with that one, though. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't used a handicap like her. I've very little ever since. You understand what I'm saying? But that was, that was a situation, and she called me on that, and I actually like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to be challenged every so often on us. That helps us to get better. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying a better woman that because she challenged you, that she ain't the one. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's a good attribute to have, because sometimes we see things, or other people see things in us that we don't see for ourselves. So that's how we can get better. But my question here, let me just end it with this question to all the good women out there and the better women out there and everything else. You want a good man, but are you allowing him to be himself? Are you allowing him to approach you? Are you allowing him to take you out and things like that? Are you allowing him to be consistent in a good way? You understand? Or are you placing seeds of discord to where he say, you know what? Because you think you're too good for him and everything else. You might be blessed. You might be better. You know what I mean? But let me tell you this, though. A blessing ain't a blessing until you share with others, until you're able to share with others. You know what I mean? Good men understand that. That's why, most of us are so free-hearted, and we do what we can when we can, where we can, to whom we can. You know what I mean? It's a part of service. Even Christ said he came here not to be served, but to serve others. You understand what I'm saying? So a better woman, in closing, is one who will recognize and see the good in him and inspire him, and then together they conspire to become better together. It's always good to be good, but remember, it is better to be better. So look, DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. On my way up to 100 subscribers on the DJ Ron from the Bay page. I'm asking you to subscribe. Want to be at 100 by the end of the month. But also understand too, my videos like these are going to be posted pretty soon on the Father Lessons for Follow the Sons page. It's just one word, Father Lessons, all together. So all you have to do is just scroll, type in Father Lessons on YouTube, one word, look for that, find my picture or whatnot, go on there, wherever it says to subscribe. You can go to the channel, view the channel, click on it to subscribe, and you'll get more content like this. As a DJ Ron is more musical based, and it's going to be more culinary based and things like that, because I am Chef Ron as well, though. You know what I mean? But Follow Lessons, where we get more scriptural based, more life lesson based and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's the plan in the future. That's the vision. Look, I'm sharing it with y'all. But I appreciate you all who have taken time to look at this video. I appreciate those who subscribe. That means you're looking forward to more content. And I appreciate those who are allowing me to be myself in these videos. It's not perfect at all. You know what I mean? Nor do I strive to be, but I'm striving for it. You understand what I'm saying? So remember, again, like I said, it's always good to be good. It's better to be better. Take care as always. God bless.
I represent the gay area.
Sometimes it's hard, but you gotta stay grounded. Keep your faith, keep your focus. Let's go.
I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn. Faith on the rise, but the world feels warm.
I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. Every choice that I make is a test of my soul. Trying to keep my peace while the world take control. Money don't heal and fame don't last, but your love steady rocking me, it's holding me fast. I hear the whispers, devil in my ear, but I know you got me, so I'm standing right here. No weapon formed can prosper on me. I'm armored in the truth, got the spirit on me. I'm torn between the streets and your holy light, but your word keeps me steady in the darkest night. They trying to pull me down, but I'm looking above, cause ain't nothing in this world stronger than your love. I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn. Faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. It's hard out here, but I'm built for the fight. Every prayer like a flame, keeping me alight. I used to chase dreams, now I'm chasing your plan. Put my trust in your hands, I'm a brand new man. The streets keep calling, but I'm deaf to the noise. Got a choir in my heart singing heavenly joys. I'm standing tall, faith never shaking. The world through its best, but I'm never forsaken. Hands in the sky, this is my confession. I'm taking every L and turning it to a lesson. Blessings on blessings, I'm seeing it now. God turned my pain into a heavenly sound. I'm walking with purpose, no fear in my stride. The spirit within me is my ultimate guide. When the pressure gets heavy and the world too loud, I remember who I am, your child, and I'm proud. I'm caught in the middle, heart feeling torn, faith on the rise, but the world feels warm. I'm praying for guidance, I'm praying for strength. Lord, walk with me every step, every lane. Dilemma of a good one, I'm leaning on you. Yeah. Through every trial, through every test, you never let me fall, Lord. Dilemma of a good one, but I'm yours.